We now welcome UFC bantamweight Eddie Wineland.
I know I'm going to be doing this.
Thanks for the time today, Eddie.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it, guys.
We will be taking the first question from Jay Anderson with Cageside Press. Jay, please go ahead.
Hey, thanks very much. And welcome back, Eddie. I mean, at 35, WEC champ, fought for the UFC title, coming back here against a young up-and-comer. What keeps you motivated at this stage in the game?
I'm still in great shape. I mean, I've always said that I'm going to continue fighting until I feel my body just doesn't put up with it anymore. And through the years, linking up with the gym that I'm with now and with my strength and conditioning coach about 10 years ago, kind of started adapting to work smarter, not harder, and taking rest days when needed, and just kind of training better and training at 100% 3 days a week versus 60 at 6 days has allowed me to be at 35. I'm in better shape than I was at 25.
We kind of see the story again and again in combat sports, the up-and-comer versus the veteran. Do you enjoy having the opportunity to derail a hype train here?
I mean, it's a big opportunity for me. It's a big opportunity for him also. He's fighting a veteran. I'm fighting a guy who he's got a huge name. Although he's been in the UFC not that long, he's got a very big name, a very big following. So I mean, as far as derailing, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, they set us up to fight. So I mean, if it derails them, it derails them. I'm sorry, but I'm here to win. I'm not here to be looked over.
And I mean, there's a lot going on in the world right now. Obviously, it goes without saying. And it's kind of been snowballing even over the past week. How much of a distraction is that for you when you're trying to focus and prepare for a fight?
Nothing. I mean, the whole COVID thing, these riots, everything that's going on. I mean, the COVID doesn't scare me. I've been working in the midst of it as a firefighter since it started. It doesn't scare me. It's my mind's set on a fight, and it's a one-track mind there. So everything else going on, I mean, it's small potatoes.
The last one for me, how has the pandemic restrictions like social distancing and all that changed camp for you in terms of getting in the work that you need, the training partners that you need, and so on?
So I've got a small like strength and conditioning set up in my basement, and my strength and conditioning coach, he moved half of his gym to his garage. So as far as strength and conditioning, it hasn't suffered at all. I missed a few workouts as far as fight conditioning workouts, but I stayed in kind of a holding pattern until we had something going. And I won't say who or where, but we may or may not have backdoored a few workouts and got the necessary work that we needed.
All right. Well, thanks very much for the time, and best of luck this Saturday.
Awesome. Thank you.
We will take the next question from Alistair Bishop with MMA Republic.
Hey, Eddie, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic, thank you. The most important question is, during this pandemic, how have you managed to keep that stash in such brilliant shape?
With a great mustache comes great responsibility, and that responsibility is to keep it looking good. So a lot of playing with it, a lot of hair drying, and just good genetics, I guess.
Does it require a daily routine?
No, just about 5 minutes of blow drying. That's about it.
Awesome, man. Just want to talk about the fight. Obviously, we know you're going up a guy who's being backed by the UFC in terms of promotion. He's pushing his own ego at the same time. How do you mentally prepare for something like that? Everyone's kind of looking at you and expecting you to lose. They don't really know much of who you are. Guys like Sean O'Malley who bring a lot of casual fans in, and they won't really know who you are. How do you respond to that mentally?
I mean, how should I respond to it? I really don't care. I've been doing this for 17 years. I've been doing this since 2003, so before it's a cool thing to do. I started doing this when we were fighting in bars, making up our own rules, So, I don't care, man. I like to fight. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm still here. I'm competitive. I like to fight. So, I mean, put somebody in front of me, I'm gonna fight.
Fantastic. And where do you see weaknesses, especially with the younger guy? Do you think it's more of a having that experience is more of your advantage, or do you see some technical advantages?
Technically, I mean, he's very technical. I mean, you look at some of the way he strikes, the way he grapples, and the way he puts things together. You know, like I said, he's young and he's got a few years in the game, but he's put everything together very well, and he's got a very well-rounded game. You know, as far as advantages, I think just the time that I put in on the mat, and the time that I put in with the highest level of opponents that you can in the world, I think that you can't substitute that for anything. So I think that experience that I have is going to play in my factor.
And the last one for me, Eddie, he's obviously sporting a fantastic afro. You're sporting a fantastic stash. Do you feel any pressure to represent your stash community?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's the mustache mafia. You know, we got to take mustache mania and take over.
Thank you. Best of luck, man.
Thank you.
And we will take the next question from Augusto Germaniez-Gay from Somos MMA.
Hey Eddie, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fine, thank you. I want to ask you, how did you manage to prepare a fight in the middle of a pandemic? How did that affected you?
Seems to be the number one question today, I guess. Yeah, so again, I mean, I've got a basement gym, so again, my strength and conditioning coach moved half of his gym into his garage, so my strength and conditioning work hasn't suffered, and you know, I've got some wrestling mats in my basement, so I have a few people over and just real small circle stuff. You know, and then when the time came, we may or may not have backdoored a few workouts at a location that's undisclosed.
Eddie, you are 10 years older than your rival. Do you think experience will be a determining factor?
I think it's an advantage for me. You know, I've been in there and mixed it up with the best in the world. Uriah Faber, Benavidez, you know, Brad Pickett, Scott Jorgensen, you know, all those guys. I've mixed it up with them. You know, not that Sean couldn't do it. I feel he could go in there and he could mix it up very well with those guys. But I've been there and done that, so I know how to adapt to that. I think that's an advantage in my court.
And do you think you're being underestimated, maybe?
I think by the new fans, I think I am. I think the people who have been following MMA for a long time and know who I am, I think they know that there's a chance. There's a chance there. I think they understand the dangers that I possess and the problems I could possess. But as far as for the average casual MMA fan, I think they're looking far past me.
And the last one for me, which aspects do you consider are going to be the key for winning?
Just keeping pressure. I gotta pressure him. You know, he actually fights well moving backwards, which is again, I'm gonna have to figure out how to pressure him while not letting him fight well moving backwards.
Okay, thank you very much, and the best of luck for Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Eddie. That is all the time we had for you, sir. You are good to go.
Thank you.